Welcome into this Lion Vision update with UNA tennis coach Bryce Bishop. The UNA tennis teams are coming off of a tough non-conference schedule. Let's start with the women taking on Bellarmine and Cameron this past week. We actually dropped both matches and had some injuries come up. You had to pull a couple players. It was a tough week for them.
Well, it was a tough week record-wise, but they played extremely well. We knew Bellarmine would be very good. They're 8-2 on the year. They're coming down. We played them in the fall in a tournament, played a couple of their positions in the fall in the tournament. We knew they'd be pretty good. We just got a little bit unlucky. Claudia, our number 2 player, stepped on a ball the second game of doubles, turned her ankle pretty bad, and so we had to pull her out. We forfeit that match, and then we have to pull her out of singles, which moves everybody up one position. And then we played 5 3-set matches in singles and lost 3 of them. So we lose a tough 5-4 match. We really felt like we were 7-2, 8-1 better than them with a full squad. And then on match point, Oli, our number 1, also injured her ankle. So not a good day. And I'm not concerned really with the record, but from a health standpoint. And then we turn around 2 days later and play Cameron University out of Oklahoma, who is ranked 17th in the nation, and lose a tough 4-1 match. Did not play Oli, did not play Claudia, so we're without our number 1 and number 2 singles players, and yet still had an opportunity to win. So I was really proud of the effort that the girls gave under the circumstances, but just a tremendous effort. Nina Linka, a freshman from Germany, had a tremendous win at number 1. She usually plays 3, moved up to play 1, and actually defeated Cameron's number 1, who's ranked 21 in the nation. So what a great win for Nina. She's still undefeated on the season, and she's played 1, 2, and 3 on the season. So wherever we put her, she seems to find a way to win. So that, from an effort standpoint, it was a great weekend. Record, not so much.
Over on the men's side of things, the men's team picks up 2 wins over Bellarmine and Cameron, ranked number 16 in the nation. Let's start with Bellarmine. We swept them, a 9-0 win, and we really seem to be clicking on all cylinders.
Well, it was good for the guys. They've had some tough matches, and they needed to go out there and really kind of have an easy day, and they did. And it all starts with not showing up expecting it to be easy. They showed up expecting a tough match. We played at a pretty high level, and fortunately we had an easy day. And then 2 days later, we had a lot going on here with rain in the morning. We've got a great Cameron team coming in, ranked 16th in the nation. We decide to play the Division I format, which is a little bit of a faster way to play. We start late. We don't have lights. We know the rain is coming. We know darkness is coming. And then we have a phenomenal finish and beat Cameron 4-3. And just what a day! What a great day for the guys.
The guys in that match, Coach, we were trailing 3-1, and that's when the rally started with our backs to the wall. And you had 2 young gentlemen, 2 players for you that really came up big.
Well, everything on this team starts with Max Drupal. He's a senior. He's been here. He's won a lot of matches. He kind of understands the grind of the spring season. And, we're down 3-1, and he's in a tough third set, and he just raised his level. He just showed tremendous toughness out there and won a tough match. And that momentum from Max just kind of it kind of flowed over to George's court and then to Ray's court, and to be honest, we talk about momentum management, how you can get positive momentum and use it, and I thought the guys did a tremendous job. And then George Marcos, a freshman from Jackson, Tennessee, tied it up at 3-all with a good solid win at 6, and then it came down to Ray Donovan at number 5. Ray won the first set, lost the second set, trailed 5-3 double match point down in the third. It's sprinkling, it's almost dark, and he really got going and started hitting his forehand a little bit bigger, a little bit more on the ground strokes, and rallied back to win that third set 7-5. And the amazing part of that was if he would not have won that deuce point at 6-5 up, the match wouldn't have finished, because as they were shaking hands, it starts raining. The courts become unplayable. So he won that match at exactly the right time.
The Lions were able to beat the weather and also defeat Cameron, the number 16 team in the nation. A big weekend for the men's team. And now, Coach, after a week off from conference play, we're going on the road this weekend, taking on Shorter and Lee. What's the challenges in going on the road in the Gulf South Conference?
Well, the challenges for us this week is getting healthy. I mean, having Claudia and Oli back out there. I think Oli's going to be fine on Friday. Claudia's still up in the air. Getting those two girls back healthy because, Claudia's undefeated on the season. She's playing really well. Oli's starting to pick it up and play really well. So, you don't want to go on the road in the conference without your top two players. So getting those two girls back and getting them healthy is our number one concern. The second concern is playing back-to-back. We do kind of practice that earlier in the year, but going on the road, playing a tough Shorter team. A year ago, Shorter's women were 35th in the nation, and we were able to upset them. So, they've got a little bit of revenge on their mind. They're playing at home, so it ought to be a very, very tough and a very physical match. And then have to turn around a day later. Tennis is not a sport where you play a day, off a day, play another day. We're going to play the next day, and it's an early playing time up at Lee at 10 a.m. Eastern time and play a very, very tough Lee team. So, the challenges are out there. We know what they're like, but, if we'll go out and if we'll play the way we're comfortable playing, I think we should be fine.
The UNA men's and women's tennis teams are on the road this weekend in Gulf South Conference play, taking on Shorter on Friday, Lee on Saturday. Be sure to visit RoyalLions.com to keep up with UNA tennis.